Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're hopping into the next episode of Community. This is season number 2, episode number 19, titled Critical Film Studies. Something up my alley. I actually went to school, got a bachelor's degree in film, so I'm interested, So I wonder what we're about to do here. Film themed, like a class, play, something, you know what I mean? So hopefully I've seen the movie, whatever they're going to be referencing, because I know some of you guys get kind of upset if I don't catch the references early on, so I apologize in advance if I haven't seen every movie known to man that this show is referencing, but it is on my list. I do plan on watching a lot of these movies just so I can get a little bit more context going back into the series and, watching it on my own time, picking up on certain things, because that's the magic of this. Because I know it's different watching this like from a reactor's point of view as opposed to watching it live, as opposed to watching it after it aired and binging it. Because I know a lot of storylines will just blur together and, whatever. While watching it this way, you have to worry about, hey, there's camera in your face and all that good stuff, and there's a lot of factors to consider. So I feel like watching this series again is probably going to be such a surreal experience. It'll almost feel like watching it again for the first time, or watching it for the first time, just because it'll be like a fresh experience. I won't have to worry about a light being on me, a camera being on me, making sure, I don't look like a slob, you know what I'm saying? But I'm so excited to get into this episode. I don't know why. I just have a good feeling about this episode. It's also kind of warm here where I am, so I don't know if the heat's just making me kind of delusional, which is why I'm kind of ranting a little bit. But before we hop into this episode, I want to let you guys know that I do have a Patreon, multiple episodes ahead if that interests you at all. Full length, early access, all that good stuff over on Patreon. Links in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next. Subscribe if you haven't already, it's free. And of course, share it with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. Let's stop yapping, hop into this episode, talk about it immediately afterwards. All right, guys, here we go.
It was my friend Abed's birthday. I had met Abed at community college almost 2 years earlier. He'd quote movies, pretend his life was a TV show. He watched Cougar Town. It was as if he didn't want people to like him. When I asked him if he'd like to do anything for his birthday, he told me we should have dinner, just he and I, for an important conversation.
Okay. I'm trying to get the reference. What's the movie?
It wasn't his style at all.
Okay.
There were cloth napkins, no TVs. Babysitting him through a full meal at a restaurant for grown-ups? I just wasn't up for it. But I loved Abed.
Jeffrey!
Buddy?
What's this?
I like your sweater.
You look good too.
Abed was being weird. He was hugging, smiling, making eye contact, and in 30 seconds, he hadn't made a reference to anything.
Oh my god. Is he okay?
Seeing him like this made me more worried than ever.
Like Pulp Fiction.
What?
It's a wallet that says bad mother...
Oh,
Thank you.
cool.
Actually...
Is there going to be a
I have an
robbery
idea.
in here?
Come.
I'll be right there. Hey, we're running a little bit late. No big deal. Just a small speed bump.
Well, hurry up. We're waiting.
Hey!
Running late.
Aww. Pierce, nobody can hear you.
Why is Pierce the Gimp?
My balls are touching a zipper.
I'm so glad it's a Pulp Fiction episode. Are we going to get a dance scene between Britta and Jeff?
Can you imagine the expression on Abed's face when he walks in?
Of course I can imagine it. It's always the same.
It's really great of Jeff to put this together.
I'm not jealous. Oh, cool! Someone got him a briefcase, like in the movie.
Hey, don't touch that. Nobody but Abed can open it.
Why?
Challenge accepted.
Everybody just be patient and don't mess with anything. I am responsible for this diner when my boss isn't around.
Has anyone seen this film we're referencing? Am
Oh
I
my
the hero
God.
or the love interest?
Pulp Fiction? It's a 30-minute film about a group of friends who like cheeseburgers dancing in the Bible.
Jeff's not better than me. I said,
What is Abed's deal here? I don't get the reference here. But more Pulp Fiction, please. Makes me want to watch it again.
Abed, what's going on? I mean, why are you dressed like Mr. Rogers and talking like Frasier? What happened to you?
Well, where to begin? You laugh, Jeff, but the people were wonderful. It was like a village, or like a living thing. Before I can react, this girl takes me by the hand and she stands me behind this patio where Courtney Cox and the actors are doing their scene.
Is Abed?
That's when I really started to panic, Jeff, because if I'm a person that watches Cougar Town, how can I be in Cougar Town? You know, and the more I start thinking about it, the less any of it makes any sense at all. So, before I take my first step, I realize that I have to stop being someone who's ever seen this show and become a character on the show. You know, someone born there, someone whose name I decide is Chad.
Abed wishes he was a Chad.
His first kiss under the big tree at Cougar Town Field. Playing soccer at Cougar Town Junior High. Finding my first chest hair in the shower. Birthdays, weddings, car crashes, taxes. Playing charades at Thanksgiving. You know, Chad had lived more than Abed. But I wasn't ready to stop being Chad, so I said to the director, can we have one more take? But they were already moving on. My lips started trembling. My hands and my feet went numb. My knees buckled. And as I fell to the floor, I pooped my pants.
What?
Because
Why?
the truth is, Jeff, I had been Chad, and Chad was dead. But as Abed, I was still alive, so someone helped me up. I thanked everyone, I apologized, and then I just got on a bus and went straight to the airport.
Wondering if Abed's new best friend also got him the best gift?
I got Abed the best gift. I tell you what it is, but it's an even cooler secret.
Oh, okay. Gee, I wonder.
I'm sorry, Brian. They're just a little late. I'll give you all of my tips for my next shift.
Oh, your tips. All your tips? Wait.
Oh, all $10?
All the tips the customers leave for you? Wow. Is there any way we can go ahead and spread that out over 2 years so I don't get slammed on my taxes?
Oh my goodness. No. Everyone hates Britta.
I don't.
Something terrible has happened. My Kick Puncher 3, the final kicking DVD, is missing.
Oh, that's awful. Somebody took it? Who would... Wait. Kick Muncher 3?
I mean, I hated her last episode.
The point is, I'd been a fool.
Nah, everybody poops their pants.
You know, I look back at my life and I think, who was that? Why did he care so much about so many things that didn't matter? Who needs any pop culture whatsoever? TV, movies, to hell with all of it. You know what I was, Jeff?
What a world
I
that
was
would
that
be.
wallet.
You love Tarantino.
No, not anymore. That's why I wanted to have
What?
this dinner with you. This is the first birthday of my new life. I'm not leaving here until you've given me my first real conversation.
With Jeff?
Yay! You want to have a real conversation? Here's as real as I get under the circumstances.
Oh, God. Let's hear it.
But I'd really like you to come have a milkshake with me. But before you do, I'd like you to remember how much you enjoy Pulp Fiction.
Is it a $5 milkshake?
God damn, it's a pretty fucking good milkshake.
Told you.
I don't know if it was worth $5, it was pretty fucking good.
Pulp Fiction, milkshakes, bean cans. Listen to how we talk to each other. We're like robots exchanging catchphrases and references.
Conversation was invented by humans to conceal reality. We use it to sweet talk way around natural selection. You know who has real conversations? Ants. They talk by vomiting chemicals into each other's mouths. They get right down to brass tacks. Humans are more evolved. We lie.
Not all the time.
That's a lie.
We don't lie when we're alone.
We do most of our lying alone.
How's it even possible to lie when you're alone?
You can call a phone sex line. What if you're a good-looking guy who calls a phone sex line and tells them he weighs 400
Jeff.
pounds? God, that feels good to admit.
I don't think that's the type of stuff you admit.
The world is a sick place full of sick people.
Yeah. Consider the source of it.
Can I tell you something I've never told anyone else?
Please.
Yes.
Don't do it. It's gonna be the bright gold light. Ah, love it.
Is that what I think it is?
Certificate of authenticity. Must have got it on eBay or something.
Jeff got Abed the actual briefcase from the movie Pulp Fiction.
I am putting my job on the line for this stupid party, and the least you can do is not ruin it.
Yeah.
No!
Dude, you are a bad friend.
I'll kill you!
And I said, no, that's a girl's costume. And my mom said, it's fine. Indian boys have long hair and braids too. I put the damn thing on and I went door to door. Oh, what a pretty little girl. And by the third house, I stopped correcting them. And honestly, once the shame and the fear wore off,
Ugh.
I was just glad they thought I was pretty.
He said that with a straight face.
This is incredible. I mean, to be able to talk this openly. I mean, why can't people be like this?
Is this breaking Abed? I can't tell. Oh my god, Pierce. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So this is what you're doing while we wait.
While we wait. Oh.
Pretty gay.
Why is Pierce dressed as the Gimp from Pulp Fiction? The wallet. Milkshakes. Did you set up a surprise Pulp Fiction birthday party? Just to check, please.
Oh. I'm sorry, so you're ending early? Because in my dinner with Andre, the waiter brings...
Now he's excited about the Pulp Fiction just because he saw Pierce in the Gimp outfit? Or was he trying to extract information from Jeff?
What's my dinner with Andre?
It's just a movie about two guys talking at a restaurant.
So, this wasn't a real conversation. You were doing another movie?
A movie about a real conversation.
Did you poop your pants on the set of Cougar Town?
That shouldn't matter.
This is why we don't hang out!
Well, thanks for getting me fired, jerks. The party's over.
Do you guys know where Abed's really cool present is? Because I'm returning it.
Man, I really wish you two got along better.
I'll give you $1,200 for the damages if you promise to give Britta her job back.
800 and she stays fired.
Deal.
Yeah.
Annie told me about the briefcase. Thank you.
I spent a week planning a party just to make you happy. Then it turns out you were making yourself happy all over everyone else by doing yet another stupid movie spoof.
But for the term homage, I chose my dinner with Andre because it's about a guy who has an unexpectedly enjoyable evening with a weird friend he's been avoiding lately.
Oh, is this way of them bonding?
Everyone else is growing and changing all the time, and that's not really my jam. I'm more of a fast-blinking, stoic, removed, uncomfortably self-aware type. Like Data.
I want a Star Trek episode, damn it.
I don't need you to grow or change. Sometimes emotional breakthroughs are overrated. Seriously, I need you to keep a tight, heavy lid on the little Indian girl story.
Oh, sure. Boy.
Still friends? Because nobody paid for dinner at the restaurant, and I do not have this kind of money. Surprise.
The group had stayed behind
They
to
are
salvage
dancing.
the party.
Oh, and they're even doing the dance right. 10 out of 10 episode. You fucking hilarious if Britta ODs though.
As
So
parties
weird.
go, it was quiet, dark,
Abed's like,
and a little
oh,
lame.
what is that?
We'd had better parties, and we'd had worse parties.
Oh, this is fun. I love this.
But I doubt I'll ever forget my dinner with Andre, dinner with Abed.
Abed, please. Allow me.
Okay, thanks.
Like, want to split it?
That's not good.
That's not good.
They said market price. What market are you shopping at?
I'm going to run.
Me too.
Okay.
On 3.
1,
2,
3.
Guys, incredible episode. Okay, so that was Community Season number 2, Episode 19, titled Critical Film Studies. Incredible episode. I love Quentin Tarantino. I love Pulp Fiction. And the fact that they they kind of weaved in, what's the term? They wove in? They stitched in some Pulp Fiction stuff, and I absolutely loved it. Love seeing who was portraying who. Pierce as the Gimp is just fucking hilarious. Just visual, just comedy, just watching that. And of course he storms into the 5-star restaurants like, we're waiting for you, Jeff. And then he starts calling him gay, and oh my god, the writers have to applaud themselves. Because stuff like this is like A+ comedy. I was like giggling, teeheeing, whatever you want to call it. This episode was so much fun. And I loved it. So I'm going to give it a 10. I know I don't usually rate episodes, but I'm just saying, episodes that really stick out to me like this, especially when I get to the dramatic part of it, where we kind of learn something a little bit from Abed, actually, where I'm actually kind of glad that there was heart at the base of the episode, which is more than just Pulp Fiction references and what did Abed call it? Dinner with Andre? I never saw that movie. I knew there was going to be something in here that was going to keep me from, fully understanding the episode. Because I should have known. They do multiple movie references. But I was super excited when I saw the Pulp Fiction stuff pop up. I'm like, yes, I love Pulp Fiction. One of my favorite movies. I definitely want to see it again now that I think about it. Damn, that was a lot of fun. I'm just kind of like remembering everybody. Everybody had like a little moment. Even Annie. Annie's been kind of like in the back burner the past couple episodes, which is fine. But she, had her moment as well as one of the robbers. I don't remember the characters' names, actually, but, her and Troy being the ones that say, don't you motherfuckers move, this is a motherfucking robbery, or whatever. They go crazy at the restaurant. So I thought that was really fun. I love how Britta and Jeff did the dance at the end. That was a lot of fun. But the heart of the episode, it lies with Abed. And we've seen this before. Abed kind of gets to the root of his problem through some sort of big orchestrated, convoluted, I wouldn't say convoluted, but it's a big orchestrated ploy. Like a big, because I wanted to call it during the episode, where I'm just like, what's Abed doing? Is he playing Jeff? Is this like a big, is he like getting him in the long haul here? Is he like getting the long con here? I couldn't quite tell just because I haven't seen the movie that he was referencing. So forgive me about that. I'm sorry if I don't catch all the references, but where was I? Abed orchestrates these big like scenarios almost as like a cry for attention. He did this with the Abed's Christmas when he like had to come to terms with his mother not being around, even though it was part of a tradition. You know what I mean? So now it was his way of getting to Jeff because he feels like Jeff and him don't bond. They don't hang out. They just don't connect. They don't see eye to eye as well as, Abed would like. And I kind of like that when we got to the root of it, like what was really the point of this? I love it. And I love how it comes from Abed because Abed is so honest. He's so, he's sympathetic. He's very, I think honest is the best word. He's gentle. You know what I mean? He may be weird, but he has a gentle soul. He's a kind soul, and he wants the best for his friends, which is like honestly one of the best qualities you could have in a friend. And looking at this, I'm actually kind of jealous for these guys because I wish I had friends that was half as cool as these guys. I wish I could just have a group of friends that I could have Pulp Fiction adventures with. You know what I mean? I'm sure people do have friends like this, but unfortunately, I'm not one of them. So I do love to live vicariously through these characters. Obviously it's watching, fictional comedy TV show, but this episode was a lot of fun, guys. Once we got to the root of everything, we got to the heart. Hopefully we get to see more Abed and Jeff stuff now. And going forward, I feel like this episode kind of like reached a new peak. I don't know if this is considered one of the absolute best episodes or if it's just me marking out for Quentin Tarantino. That could totally be it too. Any other episode about Quentin Tarantino, you know what I'm talking about, A+. But this episode was great, guys. I think I'm just going to end it there. I don't really have too much else to talk about. I think I talked about everything, or everything that really stood out to me and that was significant, But yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there. Alright guys, so if you guys enjoyed my review and enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to spend just a little bit more time with me, you can see this video in its entirety right now over on Patreon. Links in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me here on YouTube. All you gotta do is drop a like, comment down below what you want to see me react to next, subscribe if you haven't already, it's free, and of course share it with your friends. Helps you, helps me, helps the channel grow. Everybody wins in the end. I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of Community, which will be Season 2, Episode 20. We're getting close to the end of the season, so how are we going to wrap things up? I can't wait to see it, and I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, adios.